Rich has come in and said White versus Joyce.
Great comment.
Wow, Andy, how do you see that one?
Wow.
There's only one winner for me.
I know you're going to say Joyce, aren't you? I'm not. I don't think it's as straightforward as that, mate. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Joyce needs to prove himself at that level for me. I know you think he's good enough at that level, but he's got to prove it yet, Cole. He's not proved it at that level. Who's he beat?
Yeah, I hear you, but again, it's about opinions.
No, of course it is, and I'll say this: he's probably got the best jab in boxing, heavyweight boxing, and it's not just a jab, is it? It's his lethal weapon. The problem for me is he doesn't have a lot else. He has a great engine. Looks like he's got a good chin.
He can bang though, can't he? He's a big bloke.
He is a big bloke, but
all heavyweights can punch because of the size.
He's a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for?
Slow.
A little bit clumsy and a little bit. You can see his punches coming from an absolute mile away.
He telegraphs his punches, doesn't he?
What he does really well is he's got a fantastic engine. He comes forward all night long, and it creates absolute nightmares for fighters because they've got to be on the move all the time, and eventually he's likely to catch up. I think White's got a bit too much for him because he's been in with so many world level fighters. Joyce hasn't yet done that. I'll be the first to hold my hands up and say I'm wrong if Joyce goes in with a couple of world level fighters and beats them convincingly. The problem is for me, he hasn't shown that yet, so I'm still to be convinced.
And because of his age, they're trying to push Joyce a bit quicker than what they would usually push him.
Well, that's one thing I would add. He's moved quite quickly, hasn't he?
He's had to, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, he's done it, hasn't he? If anyone he put in front of the, including the next big thing, which was Dubois. But remember, when he fought that, everyone was thinking about Dubois being the next big thing.
Yeah, but he probably still could be the next big thing, but he needs time. He shouldn't have took that Joyce fight. He shouldn't have took it, but he did because he thought he was knocking people over, wasn't he? You know, just walking through people, and he thought he could do the same thing with Joyce. But obviously, Joyce is a completely different kettle of fish. But as I've just said, who else has he been in with?
I mean, I completely agree, Andy. He has got a stunning job, absolutely stunning job, but because of the hype on Daniel Dubois, again, could that win be inflated by that hype of Daniel?
Yeah, potentially, Ray, because for me, Daniel's still at British level. I don't, at the minute in his career, I don't see him any higher than that. Has he got potential to be a great? Yeah, he's got potential to be a great fighter. He has all the attributes. He just needs time to hone them. And he's with a great coach now, ain't he, Carl?
Well, we don't know if he's got a chin, do we? We don't know if Daniel Dubois got a chin.
Oh, right, I thought you meant Joyce. Yeah.
No, he's not. No, I suppose not. You know, he's not had anything really apart from obviously Dubois, Joyce's jab. You know, for as long as that fight lasted, he was eating that all night long, wasn't he? I mean, like I just go back to it, and I'll say it until it happens. I need to see Joyce against a world rated fighter before we start saying he can beat the likes of White for me.
I think Joe Joyce is treated harshly. I think he's very undervalued by the British boxing public at the minute. I quite rate him. I point about he's not been in with nobody, but he can only beat who's in front of him. And I think you'll find it. I think he's real class.
I
think
think
he's better than White.
I tell you what fight would have been a good fight for him. It's a shame it's not coming off. Usyk would have been a good fight for him.
Yeah,
that would have been a good fight for them both.
Yeah, he needs to step up to that next level now and fight someone that's fringe.
Yeah, because he'll demolish Takam.
Takam's made for him all day long. Takam's just going to come forward because that's all he does, and Joyce is just going to pot shot him with that ramrod of a jab.
Yeah, he's going to break him down.
He'll stop Takam, mate, in mid rounds. He'll break Takam's heart.
Yeah.
George versus Ruiz. Yeah.
Depends which Ruiz shows up. Because Ruiz that shows up that we know has got the skill and the speed is a problem for anybody, and I mean anybody. But the Ruiz in his last fight, probably he's caught between two styles. I don't like this counter punching Ruiz. It's not his style.
I don't want it to sound like I'm hating on Joyce because it's not. That's not what I'm trying to say. Like I've already said, I think he's got a tremendous jab, a tremendous work rate. By all accounts, he looks like he's got a great chin. I just need to be convinced at the next level because he's not been in there with anybody yet. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, as a final point, it's not the greatest heavyweight division that we've ever lived in and seen over the years. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean he's world class off that win. And I just think that some people get a little bit confused by the levels in boxing. One win like on domestic scene, he's ready for this, he's ready for that. Heavyweights, if any division you're going to get found out, it is heavyweights because it literally only takes the one punch.
There's unfortunately at the minute in the heavyweight division, there's lots of fighters at a certain level.
Yeah.
Below world class, and then there's two fighters that are world class. And that's it. So there's lots of fighters that on any given day can probably beat each other.
Yeah.
That's they're all in that mix for me.
And it just depends on which way the wind blows as to who comes out on top of that particular category.
You've seen the Parker versus Chisora.
Yeah, that one-sided affair, Andy. Yeah.
You've seen Parker versus White. You've seen White versus Chisora.
Parker versus Ruiz.
All of them really close. All of them kind of gimme fight. They could have gone either way. It just shows you that they're all around about the same level.
Yeah. Lads, any other quick topics before we wrap it up?
I don't know. Anything, Richard?
Lads, any in the sidebar? You got anything you want us to chat about before we disappear? Ryan, anything you want to chat about?
I'll tell you what, Ryan, that's a long game of Call of Duty.
Yeah, your missus must be good on it. Joyce versus Del Boy. Joyce, you know my thoughts on Del Boy. Jesus, spent.
I see where he's coming from there. That's it. Chisora's a gatekeeper, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good yardstick to put Joyce in with, in fact.
That's what was the word I was just about to say there. He is
all wrong for Del Boy. All wrong.
If you walk him through Chisora, put it this way.
I'm talking about
if he stops Chisora, that tells us exactly where Joe Joyce is. I'm
talking about levels because she's always been in with all the others, hasn't she?
It'd stop him. My view is it would stop him.
Right, well, let's get the fight on, and you'll be proven right or wrong, won't you? Well, this is what I'm saying. That's the sort of fight that tells us where Joyce is.
Well, don't forget, Takam gave AJ a fight. Takam gave Del Boy a fight where he virtually knocked him out. He was hanging on the ropes and knocked him out, didn't he? From memory.
He wasn't hanging on the ropes. He was taking the before he got laid out cold by Chisora, the guy that you say's shot.
Yeah, but it would have happened with Joyce because he'd jab his head off. So is Is Joyce going to get no credit when he knocks Takam out then?
He'll get the same credit that Chisora got. That's what I'm saying. That's Chisora's level. Let's put Joyce in with Chisora. Chisora's been with all those others we've just been talking about that are at fringe world level. We'll soon find out whether Joyce is at that level, won't we?
Who off Dillian White's resume does Joyce not beat then?
Well, I don't know.
Do you think he beats Joe Parker right now?
You've got
close fight. I'll give you that one. But I'd argue Parker's improved since fighting Dillian White.
You've got Parker. You've got.
Do you think he beats AJ?
But Dillian didn't beat AJ, did he?
Oh, I thought he said on his record.
I'm on about who White is beat on his resume.
Oh, who White's beat, right? Yeah.
Who does Joyce not beat?
Well,
I take your Parker point, but I think Parker's improved since that fight with Dillian White, with Andy Lee, etc.
I don't think he's improved one little bit.
Well, he done enough to beat Del Boy the Legend.
Did he? I thought Del Boy won that fight.
Against Parker?
Yep.
Not what the record book says, though, is it?
It's not what the record books say, but that don't make it right, does it?
He didn't win that fight, Andy.
Oh, come on, mate. It was a lot closer than you're making it out to be.
He didn't win that fight. So who else?
Even Parker himself thought Chisora won the fight.
Nah.
He said it straight afterwards.
Nah.
So did Andy Lee.
Nah.
Of course, I wanted Chisora to win, as I said. Parker won by 2 rounds.
Yeah, but that's because you two are Joyce haters, that's why.
No, I've never said that. When did I say I was a Joyce hater? Yeah. When did I say I was a Joyce hater? Exactly.
The headphones in again, Nicole. You're not listening.
Joyce could have knocked Del Boy down. You still give it 10-8 to Del Boy.
Do you know what? I hope Joyce proves me wrong.
I think I just rate him. That's all I'm saying. I think he gets a lot of heat because of his style of boxing. But I think his style of boxing is very, very effective. I think you're going to see as he goes up through the levels, he's going to be more and more effective. That's my prediction. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to the Takams of this world, I know he's not elite, but when he goes on, does he win a world title? Probably not. But he beats a lot. He beats Dillian White. Beats him. Dillian White ain't world class.
Yeah, there's a fighter I've seen on
wait, hold on, Ray. Hold on. I need to come back on him there. You're saying he's not world class, but he's beat everybody else apart from the 2 that are holding the belts.
Oh, any of them world class?
Well, they're at that level. They're at that.
No, but it's not.
The heavyweight boxing in a minute, Carl, is there's only 2. I've already said it tonight. Play it back if you want. There's only 2 elite fighters in the heavyweight division.
So is Dillian White world class or not?
He's fringe world class, along with everybody else in that little pack.
Not for me.
He's beat everybody else.
What do you think he is, Colin?
I'm not. I think I don't buy this fringe world class. You're either world class or you're not. So I would say all I'm saying. The point I'm making is Joe Joyce is a better fighter now than Dillian White. And he would beat anyone that Dillian White's beat, apart from possibly Joe Parker, because I think, like I keep saying, you can play that backhander. I think he's improved. Mm-hmm. But the rest of his resume, talk to me about the fighters then. It's not a stellar resume, is it? Because the division's crap.
Who else can he fight, though? Who else can he fight?
He's fought the best of who else is out there.
I'm telling you what, though, he gets found out when he jumps in. He's already been beat by AJ, and AJ's improved.
Who else can he fight?
He can only fight what he's fight. But what I'm saying, you're banging on about his resume, but it's not that stellar, is it?
Well, it is for the division and for
the division that he's in. It's pretty good, yeah.
Everybody that he can beat. But he's got no one else left.
So do you put Joyce on the same level as White?
Joyce needs to prove himself. I've already said that.
So who doesn't he say he's got to prove himself? Who doesn't he beat who White's fought? Apart from AJ.
He needs to prove himself at that level. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I've not seen anything from Joyce yet that tells me he's at that level because he's not been in with anyone at that level.
But that's not his fault either, is it? So he's got, Takam.
This is what I'm saying to you. I'm not poo-pooing him like you think I am. All I'm saying is he needs to get in with someone at that level to show he's at that level.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, just to finish on that note, we'll see how he gets on the July 24th call when he fights Takam. Right, lads, we'll leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much for your contributions to the show. Carl,
No worries.
Andy,
No worries.
lads, thank you very much in the chat for your contributions, for your comments. It's been great to have you as part of it. Lads, look, coming on camera, we're likeable lads. Be good to have you on. Have some different faces on there.
Come on, Ryan and Richard. Let's have you on next time. I'm sick of tired.
Yeah. Imran, all the lads, and girls out there as well. Feel free to come on, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Introduce yourselves. We get your thoughts on the boxing. We've got plenty of content to come on. We've got a very, very, very big interview. Very big interview to drop very, very shortly on the channel.
Ray, how big is it?
Very big. Very, very, very big. So we've got that to come on to the show very, very soon.
And we do fall out over boxing, but it's all forgot about after this show. All it is passionate boxing.
Boxing subjective. It's all about opinions. If we all had the same opinion, sometimes we do, and more often than that we don't.
Although these two do hate Joyce. I'll just put that out there.
Here we go. Which I feel like what on the camera.
This is the whole point of this program, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So for everyone that's watching, if you think that me and Carl are going to end up jumping in a ring at any time soon, that's not going to happen. We've been
unless there's a YouTuber there.
We've been mates for the best part of 12 years.
Yeah.
But the whole point of boxing is it's all about opinions and it's all about debate, and that's why we set this show up in the first place. Yeah. So that everyone could come on in the sidebar if you like, or come on screen, give your opinions, because everyone's got a different opinion. And
we are polite when guests come on. We don't go at guests. We only go at each other. So don't be trying to come on. Like I said, how boring is it if we all get on and agree on points? So
that's it. And it is a final note. We're just trying to be unique. How many platforms you get like this on YouTube where fans can come on and give their say about the big fights and the big issues in boxing. So you know where we are every Thursday night, 9 o'clock. We're here. We've got our show. We've got our topics. If you want us to talk about something, leave a comment in our YouTube channel. You can also see us on Facebook and on Instagram. And also after some big cards, we often do shows straight after them as well on a Saturday. So thank you very much and good evening. And that's goodbye from us.
Spread the word.